You on now? We are live here. I have Jeremy Macklin, Sean Witherspoon, and the Alden Smith, man. True Sons podcast, once again, brought to you guys by TPL. And we're doing this here in the tunnel. Again, guys, last time we were here, we were on a show with Coach Pinkle, T. Ruck, Chase Kaufman. And we've had the fortunate favor of bringing back another Mizzou great in Alden Smith. So I'll get right into it. We're going to discuss what we want to see from tomorrow from our Tigers versus Auburn, and then we'll get into just catching up with Alden and the gang, all right? So obviously it's homecoming. I think we all want to see a win, but I like to start with predictions, man. Let's get some score predictions. Start with Spoon.
I live in the South. We need this one.
Okay.
I'm thinking Missouri comes out tomorrow and establishes the run game, and so I don't see us scoring over 35. So I'm gonna go with 28-13.
28-13. J-Mac, what about you?
I told somebody earlier when we were signing autographs, 38-17. That's my prediction.
You guys are the scores y'all give are always in too high. 17-10. Mizzou.
Ooh.
Come on, 17-10. Alden, what do you think?
I was going to say Mizzou by 7, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to think, me and Alden went to the A&M game. So our last experience at a Mizzou football game, we got a kind of sour taste a little bit.
Very sour.
But now it's home field. We're no longer in Texas A&M's Aggie land. We're here at Mizzou, man. So I kind of want to ask Alden, what you been up to? What are you doing now? How are things going?
Well, since I left Missouri, made a stop in California, played some ball with the Niners, went on to play for a little bit right across the bay in Oakland, and then finished up in Dallas. And throughout my career, I had an experience, man. That's like a loaded question, you know what I mean?
Answer however you see fit.
Man, it's been a journey. I've been on a journey, and I hadn't been back to Mizzou. I was here 3 weeks ago talking to the football team, and that was the first time I think since I went. I think it's like 2013. Mac had a
Softball game, yeah.
Softball game, and that was the last time I was here. But seeing everything and how it's grown is amazing. So I'm back, man. I'm back here for.
I think it's thanks to people like you three. It's why this place looks the way it looks now, right? We reap what you sow, right? So I think we sowed a lot of seeds when we were here, had some awesome seasons, some Cotton Bowl victories, and now you get to see tunnels with smoke and lights when you head to the field, right? The smoke. J-Mac, what are some things you think about when you come back in town?
Man, clearly you start, just kind of remembering all the times you had, kind of both on the field and off the field, though. But it's sometimes it's surreal. I got another, my name's on the wall.
Yeah.
So every time I step foot into the stadium, I get a chance to see my name. So
I'm about to vandalize it.
Take it down. Yeah. I'm going to vandalize his name.
He ain't me.
But man, no, I said this, Mike Kelly always, he used to call me the kid from Kirkwood, right? And he does that, the kid from Jasper, right? All that, but that meant so much to me, man, because I'm from Kirkwood, grew up in Meacham Park. These were only things that you kind of read about and dreamed about, right? You didn't know that you had a chance to actually achieve it one day. So the fact that I'm able to have done that in the state of Missouri where I'm from was a pretty cool thing. So, man, it just brings back all the memories, all the chills, some highs and some lows, right? It kind of just puts everything in perspective for you.
Spoon, what about you? Being back, I'm going to call it home, being back home in Missouri, man. What's it like?
It always feels nostalgic, Now I'm be 37 this year. Came here when I was 18 years old, and I remember the visit. I was actually 17, and I came out. It was around those bowl game practices. They were preparing to play against. I think it was, man, who would they play in the bowl game? I think it was South Carolina in the Independence Bowl. Yeah. And so they were getting ready, and I came out, saw the team have a big fight over there in the Dan Devine indoor. I was like, these guys. I can get down like that. I have a good time with these guys, and I knock him out. Shooting one of the hype videos. I actually produced the hype videos myself the first couple years, and then I actually had a chance to come out with my family, with my wife, and we came to the field this summer and shot the new hype video. So I'll make a few appearances, on the hype video. You know, maybe what 7, 8 times a year, 6 times a year, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm always here in spirit, but it's different when you're actually here. So being here, I just feel giddy. I feel like a kid. I feel like the 18-year-old kid again. Yeah. And I can't wait to see us go out there and compete, and then to be able to show my babies, like, you know, this is the stomping grounds, and we better get this win tomorrow. Daddy ain't gonna be too pleasant, you know. But just great to be back. Feels good to be with my boys.
Alden, what comes to mind when you come back to Columbia? I know you are.
Hold on, what about you?
Yeah, get
What
him.
about me?
Get him, Mark.
Yeah, I mean,
How you feeling?
I've always said Mizzou is like a home away from home for me. I'm from Houston, but when I come back here, I feel just like, I mean, it's like waking up here is it just feels like home, you know what I mean? And even going to St. Louis sometimes, that feels like home, even though I go back once or twice a year. I just feel very comfortable, and that's how I would describe Mizzou. I just feel comfortable here. I always have from my visit until now, you know what I mean? I got to meet brothers who I consider family. Spoon mentioned I met my wife here as well, so I owe a lot to this university. So coming back is just like, it's like a must have. I have to come back every now and then just to say hello, just to put my eyes on this place, because it's going to change. Now, since it was on me, what about you? Did any of us host him on his visit?
Come on now.
Were you his?
You sure you want to get into that? I'm sure y'all want to get into that.
I don't know.
Man, I'm
What
telling
his
you this,
experiences
man.
were like.
I was getting a scholarship check. I was getting a scholarship check, and I should have been getting a recruiting check. Shout out Auburn. I know I helped quite a bit because Martin Rucker hosted me.
Okay.
And so I knew how it was supposed to be. But actually, Mac Breed, the safety from Texas, his dad and my dad played at Prairie View A&M. Historical, HBCU down outside of Houston. It's in that A&M.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of, what's that? Whatever. Anyway, man, Mac was supposed to host me. Wasn't really up for hosting, you know. And so I ended up with Martin Rucker, and T, the politician. Man, he showed me how it's supposed to be done. So I felt like, you want the kids to come to school, bring them to death row. You know, that's how I was.
Let Spoon host.
You know,
Who was your host? Was it really Spoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I hosted everybody.
Like, I think, because
I got a story about it.
nah.
I love to hear that.
Copper Beach.
I love to hear it. Yeah,
Copper Beach.
No,
So all
Chase,
that.
Chase just turned, like, it was his birthday.
Right.
Yeah, Chase Daniels'
your
birthday.
visit?
On my visit.
Okay.
But, yeah, because the only person that was from Kansas City, you know, he was on offense.
Oh, yeah,
They were
true.
all on offense. So
they would usually pair somebody with Kansas City kids. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
What's the story?
So
I want to hear this.
The story is, I know we got a kid coming in, hadn't played a lot of football, just raw. You know, like just they like Spoon. Everybody like him. So I go start doing my research on all, and I see he wore 85 in high school too.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, okay, catching the ball a little bit too. You know, so playing both sides. So I checked him out. Get him in here. You know, I'm looking at the build. I'm like, man, this dude big. It's like,
Big kid.
I was like, man, linebacker, DN, man, come and take my spot. What's going on here, right? But I hadn't made no plays yet anyway. But Alden came in, and you know, he ended up coming to Copper Beach, and I'll never forget. He went up. He went up to my room. You know, he asked me could he borrow some pants. I ain't seen them Jabos since, so I'm sent. They were black Jabos. That's real.
that's really where I got him
I'm
from.
telling you. So that's my dog, though. You know, so he went upstairs to change. Then he went upstairs to change, and he came down in different shoes too. So I'm like, hold on. I'm getting the Pale Grand, baby. No NILs, no NILs, but we getting the Pale Grand. I'm like, oh, I got the icy whites.
Yeah.
And so he get the iciest, whitest pair up there.
Of your forces.
If he would have got my everyday forces, I'm cool. He can rock them
He
because
got
I'm
the
wearing the
new
white
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
snowing
God.
probably. You know what I'm saying? So he come down like, no, you can't get them now.
Can't wear those.
Jeans, that's cool, but you know what I'm saying? Go put them back. And I'm talking to somebody who's hovering over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him he can't have it, you know what I'm saying? But he had that look in his eye, you know, it's just a young kid, come to school, checking everything out, you know, trying to figure out where he fits in and where he's gonna go, you know, and I just wanted to do my best to show him a good time. So, you know, you can rock my jeans, even though they're probably too small for you, but, you know, can't
How
sit.
did you fit those jeans?
You know,
The
we wore big,
length.
it's big. We wore the big
We all
right?
made the Jabos was big. Jabos are big. Yeah, they Jabos are big.
These not even the Jabos with the straps neither. These is like,
like the
these
traditional.
Yeah, the traditional, the nice, bro. They were nice. You know what I'm saying? And I miss them, you know, because
want
I'm
those
gonna
back?
have on black jeans tomorrow. That's all I wear is black jeans.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Jabos
man,
jeans.
he came in. We had a great time. You know, we stepped out in the city. You know, had to see Columbia, see what's going on, and I could just tell that this dude can help us get where we going. Watching the tape, seeing how raw he was, the confidence is really, you know what I'm saying, what was exuding. You know, I was like, oh yeah.
Never been one to
we
lack
need
in
this
that
guy.
area.
We need this guy, man. So I'm
confidence.
glad he made it.
Was it Spoon that made you to come here?
It was that visit.
That visit?
That visit was. It was. I felt immediately felt a sense of family. You know what I mean? And brotherhood. And I was needing that. And so it was the right time. You know, right place, right time. And so it all worked out. That story that's wild.
That's crazy, bro. So I have an Auburn story too. We were having breakfast one day at 660. You two had moved out already.
Oh, so this Kevin the captain.
Yeah, I'm the captain of the team now. So I said, man, you know what? Who can I invite over for breakfast? And I invite Alden as one of the teammates to come over with my other roommates. And I couldn't cook. I still can't really cook. So my roommate's trying to teach me how to make eggs, and it's not going well. You know what I mean? But I figured out there's no shells in the eggs. So we sit down and we're eating. It's like 5 of us. And everybody's eating. They're like, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good. Alden's the only one was like, hey, this is nasty. He said, I don't know what y'all are eating. It's not good. And it wasn't good. Everyone else chose to be nice, and you didn't choose to be nice to me.
Honest, man.
He's always been very, very honest. Unfortunately, J-Mac, did y'all ever play together?
No, so your first year was
2008.
2000.
No, well, 9.
So essentially 9.
Yeah.
So were you in the 09 draft class, correct?
No,
signing class.
Signing class, yeah.
Signing class, yeah.
Signing
yeah.
class.
I
Okay.
left high
So
school
yeah,
in
so
08.
I decided to come out after 08.
That year, yeah.
So, but I'm hearing about it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm hearing about this freakish athlete, right, coming from Kansas City, right. I'm hearing about him. And so I go through the draft, and I get drafted, right. I'm keeping up with y'all, right. So we're having conversations, but because you came and then you didn't redshirted.
That's what it was.
You
He
came
got
and
to
then
camp late.
redshirted. Yeah, got to camp late. So I kept hearing about him, but
You
like
were still here then when
Yeah,
you got here.
no,
yeah.
I was still here.
Right.
I was still here. So the next year, right, that's when I started hearing all the stories about how good this guy was really going to be. Because when you got here, you redshirted, and then you went back to Kansas City for a while?
Yep.
Went back to Kansas City for a while.
I came to camp late.
Came to camp late.
Oh, okay.
So there was like a little, I saw him, but like I didn't see him. You know what I mean? But like I say, you heard the stories, right? And I was big on rivals, right? Now I was 4-star on rival. I'm big. So anytime we get recruits, I'm looking up our rank, trying to see like who we got.
Man, sir.
I was trash.
Spoon Cap, like who's this 2-star linebacker from Jasper? Like what are we
I'm
doing?
about to look. Rivals had me ranked as a 3-star corner, and I never played the position in high school.
But you went to the league and played corner.
I know, but I played quarterback in high school.
Shout out to
And they-
Rivals.
Rivals.
Shout out to Rivals. They got you
Rivals
right.
knew
You think
something.
Rivals was right?
Rivals was right.
Come on, man. Come on.
But I want to interject here real quick, man. Something that we all touched on, a little bit about this place, man. We talk about family, right? And the sense of family. And places change, but, places change, but like it's the people, right?
Yeah.
So let's start talking about the people that were here when we were here. So let's talk about GP for a second.
Okay.
Right? And we've all talked about what GP means to us. I'm interested to see, Alden, what GP meant to you and how you look at him and kind of some memories you have about him.
That was like my first coach that I kind of paid attention to in a way where it was more of like a, somebody I wanted to really study, pay attention to. And it wasn't until after I finished playing, he came to a award ceremony in Kansas City, and he showed up, and it was more than support. Like we had a conversation, and you got to see, the person behind the person that you kind of, had that whatever you thought about, and so that meant a lot to me. Just I wasn't expecting him to show up, and then just the conversation, and so anytime somebody is able to. You're able to see another side of a person, or another version, and that version of that person is kind of what you thought. Like it's there. That means that's big to me. So I'll say that moment. It was at Kansas City, I think in 2011 or 2012.
How long you're done?
No.
When we left here.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So that's when you
'Cause
really
I-
got to.
Yeah, because when I'm
really got to feel it.
Yeah, because when I was in here, I'm locked in, and I'm you know,
Hey, now, be careful with the meat cleavers now. You
my bad. See, he's gonna cap.
got some big hands.
But yeah, no, I didn't. That interaction that stuck out was really that one.
So he came down to the College Football Hall of Fame, and
Got you.
and I got a chance to spend some time with him, as well as our old AD Desiree at the time, and Coach Odom, Coach Ford, my family. So he really is that type of dude, man. Y'all know how I feel about. We're not gonna go down there, but y'all know how I feel about GP.
Same.
Right.
Anybody else? Any other interactions that stood out while you were on campus that are like, you know what? This is something I will never forget about this place. Makes it kind of nostalgic
About this place?
about this place.
Oh, I'll just say right away. Like I'm thinking about Dobbs. I'm like looking over there in the direction.
I heard Dobbs is
You
gone.
ain't gonna
No,
find
I'm
it.
serious. No,
Dobbs is
I'm
gone.
just saying
You ain't
though.
gonna find
Like
Dobbs.
the old. I'm thinking about Drake comeback season. Dobbs and
said
the dorm.
Drake
That's real
comeback
talk. I was in the parking lot walking to Dobbs. I heard it. That was the first time I heard Drake, and I was,
Okay.
there's certain
Stuff like that,
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm one of them type of people. I remember like the smells. I remember I just remember how the energy was.
Yeah.
Especially when you walk and you see the rec lights on at night. I don't know. That was new to me. All this was new to me, and I was super happy to be here.
I got to ask again because, to reiterate on that, I just always remember my room, the linebacker room, the Aaron O'Neal linebacker room, being right next to the D-line
It
room.
was, yeah.
And it was a different atmosphere in that room than any other room. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the receiver room,
Oh, yeah.
you guys rev it up too. Coach Ford, he kind of ain't having none of that
Yeah,
nonsense.
we get in trouble for
You
doing
get in
anything
trouble in
here.
there.
Yeah.
Coach Steck, he's kind of like gritting his teeth.
Yeah.
He's like, school first, football second. That's all we doing in here, And I remember y'all room just having such a levity in there. You go watch the run fits
Yeah.
with the D-line, So we got to talk about Coach Cool and what he meant
Cool.
to. Because I always thought you guys, I was like, they don't do nothing. What they do is
In that room.
they argue with Coach Cool at practice,
Yeah.
go through that gauntlet, doing their
real
moves
though,
with
for
the
real
big
though.
knee braces on.
For real
They're not gonna wear in the game. But they
real
gotta
though.
wear them knee braces at practice.
Yeah.
Because we need them, of course.
Yeah.
But I just always remember you guys always having a voice with your coach. With Coach Steck,
It was
it's like
dialogue.
get you in line.
Yeah.
You guys kind of had that vibe in y'all room, and I think it was something that just something I kind of longed for because I'm a jokester. I'm a kid. I like to kid around. And you guys had that in the room. Can we talk about Coach Cool and kind of like you got the way y'all work and how it translated into that type of production that you guys were able to put out?
Man, so Coach Cool did an amazing job for a variety of reasons. But one thing that's popping out right away is like the personalities that were in that room.
There were a lot of them.
Like we had, Maples, Bart, Teron, and then me. You got. There was a lot of different personalities, and just being able to get the production out of us, and then I think it took us having to have that type of dialogue because there was a lot of different.
And there's so many of y'all in there.
That was crazy.
There's just a lot.
But that I don't mind being coach up, but that seems to be kind of like a trend in football, right?
Yeah.
Because I can go back my D-line room in Philly,
Right.
Right.
It's always different.
Now it was a little different in Kansas City, but like that seems to be the trend. So like, why is that?
And why y'all so laid
The
back?
D-line?
Is the position that easy? Wait, what's going on?
No, I don't think
It's next, man.
No.
It's got to be easy because when
y'all-
you show
First off, whoa.
No. I'm not saying
That's
it's
a
easy.
question. I'm not saying it is.
it's easy. That's crazy.
No, I'm about to tell you why. I'm saying
wild.
it's easy. It's easy. It was easy for him.
Wait, look at him.
No, look though. This guy, this dude showed up. He wasn't cleared yet. He get in there. He come to practice in camp. He tell all the other rookie DNs, y'all only playing because I ain't get cleared.
He did say
If I've
that.
been here, y'all be red shirted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah,
hold on,
that
man,
was
what
him.
this dude is, bro. Like, and then he went out and did that. So I know it's easy for you, but I know it's not. I know you guys did a lot of work, but a lot of times if you come to a Missouri practice, you wouldn't see the work that you put. You'd be looking at them like they playing with a volleyball over there or something.
Yeah, that's some weird
We
things.
never had a volleyball.
Y'all had something over there.
It was like a ball on a stick. It was weird.
Yeah, because we're trying to get off on the snap.
I didn't like it. It just seemed like too many props.
Like I said, we had a lot of personalities.
D-line is definitely not
That's
easy.
wild.
All my D linemen out there. I'm not coming for you guys. It's definitely
No,
not
me
easy.
either. Me either. I love D linemen, but I just
For me, it's all, they are the personalities of the team.
they are.
I like D-line. They some of the coolest cats.
Facts.
I'm not going to
Some
say
of
the
the coolest
position
cats.
is easy, but I will say they are going against the most unathletic people on the field.
We have contact every play. Extreme contact
So you
every
have,
play.
let's be honest, you have people, you have DNs.
Extreme
you have
extreme
DNs running
contact every play.
4-4-4-3s going against linemen who
When
run
are you ever
5'8".
running a 4-3 in a game? When are you ever running a 4-3 in a game?
I'm saying that level of athleticism going against an O lineman is not fair.
That idea of like that needs to be something that is like really recognized because it's important in football is ridiculous because nobody's running 40 yards.
They do the 10-yard start too. They get that in there too. That
But
matters
like-
a little bit.
I mean, he's running 40, but
This is why I say it's easy because I play linebacker and I had to watch what he do to make sure I don't do the wrong thing. And that's what I loved about this dude though. I'm gonna tell you the first thing. I played in the league with linebackers who want D linemen to be where they said they were gonna be. And
I don't get you paid.
me, if I can see, I'm standing back 5 yards. I can see him. So why don't I fit in principle instead of playing black and white?
Yeah.
And that's why I really enjoy playing with all the. Now at first I'm like, I was getting them TFLs last year. Now
It's over. It's
He
over.
coming up, but I'm just gonna go dance with him, jump on the pile, let me get a JOP. We gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
But for me, so I wouldn't. It's like when Phil Jackson talked about Kobe. Like you don't want to cut him off. You don't want to
Yeah.
turn off that thing that goes. That's why I would never say nothing. I'm 5 yards back. I play in principle. You go here, I naturally make you correct.
Yeah.
But I know, you going inside to make the play. The boys can't handle it no way. So I mean, it's gonna be
true.
better
We're
for
gonna
the
make the
team.
play.
But a
The
lot
play
of
will
people,
be made.
don't like that about the D line, and I think that's where the stigmatism kind of comes in, where like it's easy because they can just do what they want to do.
I think for me, I think it depends on the player, and I think that's every position, right? You right. There's a lot of people that don't like Patrick Mahomes' mechanics, right? But like,
Okay.
at the end of the day, he's probably he's the best in the game right now, and will be
Without
go
a
down
doubt.
as one of the greatest, right?
Of course.
So
He's my favorite.
Yeah, so you got a knack for sacking the passer, right? That's what you do, right? You did it in college, you did it in the pros at a very high level,
The
right?
highest.
The highest of highs.
Yeah.
So how like is getting after the quarterback, right, a required skill or is it a different mindset?
Oh.
I'm gonna say mindset, and what I was really gonna say is, I didn't feel like I was ever the biggest. I didn't feel like I was ever there were guys who were always more muscular or more.
Oh, okay.
And so when I played, I was always I had to make sure I was mentally I'm gonna beat you because I'm gonna attack you. I'm playing different. When I put pressure on people, it's different because it's emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not even thinking about get the quarterback. I have an objective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you pile on that, I'm trying to do it for y'all and y'all.
Beside you,
Shit,
yeah.
you're not gonna stop me.
Yeah.
No. I want to hear your favorite Mizzou game. Mind you, he only played in how many games?
many games
while
you
here?
My red shirt freshman year, I think that's what 11, 12. Is it 12 or 13?
12 games.
12 games, and
games that
then
year.
the following year,
My senior year.
I think it was 6 games, six or seven, 6 games maybe.
So you played a
You
total
broke
of
your leg, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
a week 4 I broke it against Miami, Ohio. Came back against Oklahoma.
called a pick
Yeah,
and returning for like
that's
60
the
yards.
Oklahoma game.
that was
that
I was
that
gonna
get
say,
back for all your brothers, man.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
Yeah.
Had a little
That
something
game
on it.
that was legendary.
I was watching it. Had a little something on it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all came through. I remember John McGaffey. Shout out John McGaffey.
He did
First
return the
kickoff
open
to the
kickoff.
crib. I knew it. I said, "Oh, you can cancel Christmas." Curtis Lofton.
No, that was amazing.
Hey, did you have a sack that game?
I think so. I think I had.
I had a
two. I
sack
think
that
had
game.
two.
I was just trying to see if I had more sacks than you.
No,
that game.
Yeah,
I did. I had one. So
I think I had 2.
did you really?
I think so.
He probably did.
You
My
had
leg
more
was broke.
interceptions than me, but I had more sacks than you that game.
but I
you
mean,
love
I had more
a
sacks that year.
Cobra blitz.
I'm going to get
Every
the quarterback.
time you was in that
You should have asked
boundary.
me about getting the quarterback.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
more than me my senior year.
I was special.
Now you could blitz, bro.
So
you,
we really have the same person. We have the same mindset. It was a mindset for me too. I had an objective, J Mac. That's why I wanted to get to the quarterback that much. That's what it was for me. You didn't tell me your favorite game though.
I know. But you can tell me.
I'm gonna probably say Colorado.
I knew it.
That's a great game.
Just
That was one of my favorite games too.
It was this game.
It was because Coach, we had that conversation. He was telling me this so and so is gonna be a first rounder, and it was kind of like that.
What was that lineman's name?
Nate Solder.
Yeah,
Nate
he
ended up
was
playing,
a first round pick.
and Nate ended up playing for New England.
Nate could
He
play.
did.
Nate could play.
How
many-
I played against him. Anyway,
You can say the number. He's not gonna watch it.
I mean,
How many sacks did you have
Kevin,
that
it
game?
really wasn't
in
this.
Colorado.
It really wasn't this as much as it was like counting the sacks. That
Oh, that's
he
what
had.
he did. It was like
I feel like he just got so many sacks. It looked like he was
seemed
doing
like
a
he
Tony
was-
Ayo.
4-1 game.
Yeah, no,
One game.
that was personal, man.
And Coach Pinkle don't care about none of that because he made all them apologize in front of the whole team.
did.
And
He did.
we like apologize for what? Like
got
we
4
didn't even know.
seconds.
Like we just we having fun.
They
We
was
got there
hot.
playing ball. Man, we had a good time out there in Boulder, bro.
Yeah.
that
So I
was-
have a question too. It seems like a very, very whirlwind experience to go from 16 games to top 10 pick to leading the NFL in sacks your rookie year
With most sacks in the first 2 seasons ever.
ever. And you're in a matter of 16 games in 2.5 years. What's that process like? How fast does it actually go to the person who's doing it? What's it seem like?
I'm still gonna say it was. I don't know if I thought about it like that. You know, when you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, we all kind of know what that's all about. Like you're just in it, and it's just you're just next week, next game, and get this body right. You know, but I didn't really know it was something that was that big of a deal until you start seeing, what everybody else is doing.
We did. Scouting report. Yeah, we.
Yeah, you know. The opposing teams know.
We did.
I remember figuring out that you were going to be a big deal. I didn't know you were going to be like projected to be top 10. I mean, I came out, I was like, really? Because like you said, you're in it. It's just your teammate. And you recognize he's playing great ball, but you don't realize that it's now on the national stage that not only do Mizzou fans see him, but the entire country's like, he's probably the best defensive end coming out this year. You know what I mean? But you never take time to take that in. It's just happening while you're still performing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How big of a role, right? So you got to.
Is that a question? My bad.
No.
You can't. So another Mizzou guy, you got a chance to play with him in San Fran, right? How big of a role did he play in helping you get adjusted to the National Football League? Justin Smith, for everybody that knows who we're talking about.
Justin was the first guy I met when I arrived in San Francisco.
Okay.
And we trained together before that season kicked off, and it was the lockout. So, you got actually, you meeting the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's no, so we got to work right away. And so that's one thing I already had in my arsenal, but just another way of working out and seeing how they approach it, and that was very beneficial. And then kind of it helped with warming up with the other guys too, because he was he was a captain on the team, and so it was fortunate that I got to see how he worked, and then seeing how everybody else worked, and everybody kind of followed suit, behind him, because he's a big guy, and he talks it, and he puts the work out on the field.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
he does.
shout out.
Shout out to Justin Smith, man.
sure,
Shout out to
shout
Justin
out
Smith.
to
Legend.
Do we have? Go ahead.
I still think he's the only person to ever be, was it all pro at 2 positions?
Yeah, I think Chris Jones might have got it.
You
Probably.
think? Okay, all right.
Maybe.
Okay, all right.
But no, I think for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
That in and tackle.
Yeah.
So transition.
All pro.
No, Justin-
Both in one season.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Transition. What are you doing now? I know you said you were here speaking to the team.
Correct.
Talk to me more about what you're doing, talking to different teams around both college and professional teams.
Yeah, so I talk about my experience in the sports environment, from the time I got here to the time I finished up in Dallas, and I talk about my journey and my ups and my downs and the things I learned, and I talk about it in a way. I show them a video of, it kind of shows them the progression and the events that happen, and it's a heavy video.
Yeah.
And so after they see the video, I let them know about whatever's kind of on my mind, but more so everything is always about how to improve, the relationship within. That way, you're able to be productive and just be happy no matter what happens with this ball thing. But I like to go around and talk to these, if it's rookies or if it's vets or if it doesn't have to just be sports, and just give people an idea of the possibilities that are available, you know what I mean, and options. Just because, you know, a lot of times this is tough when this is all over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
we've all had to go through it.
And it doesn't matter if you have $5 in the bank or $5 million in the bank when it's over. We all experience that loss and that transition phase. And I don't feel like there was a person that was in that gap, that void, to fill that void and give you something that made sense to you, and something that you could, something where you didn't feel like you was just left. You know what I mean? And so just some options that you might not know about. That's what I'm trying to implement, you know, at this, you know, just implement at this level, and then rookies, and just trying to do what I can, because I know how it felt. I know how life can be. I really have had a lot of experiences in life, and I've learned a lot of lessons, man. And I've been blessed with being able to, you know, tell my story in a lot of different ways that can relate with a lot of different people. I'm not just talking to football players or guys, or, you know, this is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just excited about it because more people are asking me to come and talk to them, and I'm just excited because there's a lot to talk about, and there's a need for it.
There's definitely a need, man. Definitely. That's why
I have a question.
Yeah.
What was the first step to getting the confidence to step out and do that? And then where does giving back come from in your past? There's somebody that you resonate with, somebody along the journey that, you know, put that in you, that instill, you know, like, even though like your football time has come, but you still have impact. He talk about that a little bit, like what made you want to actually put that foot forward and start helping, you know, people that could be going through the same type of things that you've gone through or that we've gone through.
Yeah.
Man, being in it and remembering how it felt, you know, like in that phase of what am I doing, what am I gonna do, just the uncertainty of going from super confident in something, and you lose that structure, man. You lose. We are in these structures for like 20 years or more, you know, where we know what we're gonna do every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We know what we're gonna do, and then all of that's over, and then everybody else around you's already adjusted to life. And so just that uncomfortable feeling, and there was like nobody who, you know, and so along with everything I had gone through, it made sense for me to, like, that's what I can do. And so I started, you know, I struggled with alcohol, drinking for 10 plus years. And throughout that time I was going to different, you know, rehabs and just different groups, and, you know, you go to AA meetings, you go to this, and you hear people speak, and so I spent more time, I feel like, being a normal civilian for those 5 years I was out than I did in that space. Well, not more time, but that time away, it seasons you. And so going and talking in front of people, and the thing is, man, it all wraps around to, like, how I felt inside. Like, I wasn't confident. Even when, you know, when you guys met me, I may have portrayed that, but I wasn't cool with who I was. I wasn't sure of who I was, and so me talking in front of people when I'm feeling like that, that's a lot different than how I feel now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. And that took a lot of experience, you know, life and ups and downs. But when I'm talking, I don't have to think, because I'm speaking truth. It's real. I'm not fabricating anything. And I'm not here to send a message that isn't applicable to everybody, and I'm not here to do nothing bad. You know, I'm trying to just tell my story, and something that we all probably struggle with from time to time, and that's just how we feel inside. That's all.
Definitely.
You know, and
I will say this, man. Like, people don't realize, right, how trained our minds and bodies are, right, with the constant schedule, right? The constant schedule. And then one day you wake up, and then that schedule's gone. And then you like, yo, what do I do? Right? For the whole year. So I spent the whole year trying to get healthy, right? And then I had another year where, like, people said I was a shell of myself, right? I didn't get off the couch, right? And it wasn't because, like, I wasn't even like super duper sad. I didn't feel nothing. I was just there.
Just like numb.
I was just numb, right? And you like, and it's because I didn't know what to do, right? So, I two totally different stories, but like I felt you on the part where, like, you go from at 8 o'clock on Monday, I know what I'm doing, till 6 o'clock, I know what I'm doing, and all of a sudden that gets taken away from you, and you like, like, what do I do? When do I get up? Right? Like, who do I talk to?
I was just gonna say we're not even including the social part of it.
Like,
oh my goodness.
Because that phone going from 30 calls, 30 messages when you wake up to 0 or 3 or just alerts that you gotta pay something. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real now. Like, them alerts start coming through. All them silent options come on. D&D.
Yeah, I would say for me, it was, you go through that period where you're not playing, and it's like, okay, what do I do now? But it's the little things, like the locker room talks that are gone. I think one, like, wake-up moment for me was I had gotten, like, sick. And you wake up and you're like, okay, normally you just go to the training room.
Yeah.
And it's like a full-on doctor's office. You can strep throat, it doesn't matter. They're going to take care of you there. But I'm like, wait, I have to call the doctor on my own? I remember sitting back in the house, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this sucks. I can't do this. Somebody call a doctor. This is horrible. But it's a small thing, but it's that goes along with the schedule and how you're essentially catered to. And we've talked about transitioning to no longer being catered to and having to kind of fend for yourself. And it is doing that as a 27-year-old for the first time is like, oh, it looks weird. And you don't want to tell anybody, hey, I don't know how to reach out to the doctor.
I don't know how to do that, right?
Do I call? Do I get an insurance card? What do I do? Yeah. Learn that at 27 it kind of looks bad, so you don't want to go and tell somebody, I don't know how to do that. I don't even want to tell you because I'm assuming maybe you know. So now we're just sitting here silent, but it sucks. So I'm glad you've taken the initiative to go out and talk about, hey, this is what the world is like after playing the game. And for those people who have been in any kind of like structure for a very long time, like, hey, it's a big world outside of this. Get ready for it, prepare accordingly, but just don't be shocked and scared when it hits you.
It's a breakup.
It is a breakup.
It's a breakup.
It's a hard,
when
bad
we're
breakup.
done with this whole thing, it's a breakup.
You're gonna mourn it. And you
It's
need
a
that.
breakup.
And the weird part is like, when does the mourning end? You know, like, it's games constantly coming on. It's you know, you see a guy go down, you might got something left in the tank. Let me hit my agent.
You gonna call me? Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't get a job. You like F the world. And then COVID hit. You might need to get in shape. We're gonna need some more bodies this year. Like, it's wild. It's wild. But I'll tell you what, the one thing about, you talked about the camaraderie, those type of things, you know, in the way in the locker room and things like that. I always held on to that in my relationships. Like, man, just sometimes you just gotta tap in, just check on the strong friend, right? And even like let people know, be vulnerable with your people, so they can check on you as well, you know. And I always was appreciative of having, you know, a lot of great people around, man. And
to check in.
And that's what made me want to get around the kids and like telling them my story, training with them, being in the gym, you know, those things like that. Like, Mac, you coaching, I know that feels great, that camaraderie to be there for those kids and give back and help. That's awesome, man. So I want to say I commend you for stepping out, you know, saying what you're saying. And I know when we start doing this, we like, God told me at Bobby Jones in Atlanta, man, I want to sit down with you.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed like you guys just doing this to help, you know, and like
it's
the
therapeutic.
message you bringing, you know, and like I'm like, man, we miss each other. We want to sit down, chat, talk. We did 5 episodes all in the first time we saw each other.
And
we
bringing
change the
just
clothes,
sat and
everything. We trying to fit into that space. We like, man, we really just catching up, you know. And it was therapeutic, like Kevin said. So I like the fact that we're doing this, and I like the fact that, you know, this is even expanding even more.
What you got?
Because I wanted to I told you this, I think. But I don't think none of y'all know how big of an impact you had in my life. You know what I mean? Like you might not remember, you probably don't. This is like the one practice I got back, you were still we were in training camp, and I like chased you down. I remember it. You know what I'm saying? But
just
I'm
like
saying
Justice
something
Smith chasing
like,
down?
well, I'm saying my point is he was known for being fast. And it was my way. I don't know. It meant some moments, like little things, like. But it was just. I saw how, you know, you was the man. And so I come from. No, I'm saying like It was my. I needed that to like know I was at least in the right. Like I'm fat. You know what I mean? Like
I can do
that
this
little
too.
stuff.
Affirmations.
Affirmations. And so, and all of y'all, like I wasn't from Texas, so I didn't fit in with y'all little Texas clique.
Stop.
Hey,
Listen,
it's all good.
I had to find my way in.
Hey,
too,
we adopt
man.
them. We adopt
I had to
anybody,
find
man.
my way in too, man.
But hey,
Now he lives in Texas.
Now I'm in
Yeah,
Texas.
he lives
Now I'm
in
in
Texas.
Texas.
You came home.
Nah, for sure. Yo, man, y'all like it was the brothers that I wanted and needed, and I appreciate it, man. Like that for real.
I will say I'm glad that we were able to connect now and kind of rebuild the relationships. I know you two didn't get to play with them as long.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But I got to know him while we were playing. I mean, a couple of times we had to go. It might have been a coach asked me, hey, take all of them to breakfast and check on them. I'll take you to breakfast, and you would basically tell me, I'm fine, mind my business. That's all it was. It was. I mean, we enjoy pancakes, but I'm trying to get anything else. I'm all right. Just pay for the food. Get out of here. So, but I'm glad we were able to reconnect. You know what I mean, and kind of rebuild, kind of where we left off. Because you mentioned you're like, dude, I haven't seen you since 2013, and I was like, what?
Same.
And it was right. It was that softball game,
that softball
which you
game.
rigged. I was telling someone earlier.
Sure.
Hey, and it's gonna come back.
I'm
It's coming back.
not playing
Bro,
that
my
softball game.
meniscus fell off at you. I didn't get to play.
did get a meniscus at the game.
Remember, bro, before we warming up, we think we gonna go to the where the baseball players got the pitcher machine.
Yeah,
all
we
that.
trying to hit it over
Denario. Shout out DA. Anything he do, he got to be the best.
It's gotta be competitive,
Great golfer, by the way, too. But DA step in the cage. We go out to the field.
Yeah.
Y'all hitting home runs and stuff. I'm like, man, we get in there. I'm trying to swing. I feel. I'm like, man, hold on, something ain't right.
Yeah.
When I get back to Atlanta after the game, I ended up just getting the microphone, a lot of commentary during the game, pumping it up. And when I got back to Atlanta, I'm like, no, my knee, something ain't right.
Yeah.
But man, I want to say we got to start doing things like that, like what we used to do around here.
Yeah,
and
we
coming
do.
back here is more and bringing these people, that haven't seen each other in a while, that could impact each other in a way that's really powerful and impact others, and continue to build that brotherhood, off the field now, obviously.
Absolutely.
I look forward to that.
I think that's a great closing, man. We should start doing.
Question 2.
Do we have any questions?
Question two.
We do. Okay, we have one question. Yes. Okay.
What is your favorite Pinkle-ism?
Pinkle-isms.
So
Go ahead.
For me, it's strictly from coaching world, right? So like, Pinkle, we didn't wear black socks at practice.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't wear black socks at practice. So I think it wasn't by the time I left. I think by the time y'all might have been over black socks at practice.
Maybe.
Yeah. But like, for me, it's my kids at practice. It's black shorts, right? You got to wear black shorts.
You have to
Oh, you got to.
because of Pinkle.
Because of Pinkle. Like,
Unity.
But it's more. It's deeper than that. The kids think it's not a big deal, but at the end of the day, right? If I want something to look a certain type of way as your coach, right? As somebody who's supposed to lead you guys to go out there and be successful, right?
Yeah.
Then this is the way that I want it, right? And that for me, like that's like discipline,
Yeah.
right? Something's supposed to be done a certain type of way, right? Then you do it, right? No questions asked, right? Especially when you know it's for the betterment of what you guys are doing. So like for me, that's what it.
For me, he used to say a word called Bush League. I had never heard that word before.
My dad says it.
I had never heard it before, and if you did anything that was like anything outside of the standard, and I would try to imitate it, but he's like, guys, that's Bush League. We don't do that. I was like, what is Bush League? I don't want to do it again, but I don't know what he's talking about.
We don't do that.
So that's my favorite because it took me like 2 years to figure out what it was because I kept being the person that was Bush League, unfortunately. What about you, Spoon?
Man,
Pinkle-ism.
when I think about my senior year, being a leader, a captain on the team, I didn't realize, how much more of a job that was. And like going into it, I kind of took it for granted. I was like, I'm going back to school so I could be the man. Cause Chase Daniel gone, Macklin gone. Now I finally get the poster. You know what I'm saying? I got my dogs with me, got my young bucks. We about to do this. And the season was not smooth. It was a lot of ebbs and flows. And I kind of took for granted, having the veterans to be there, to be the leaders, and to kind of set the tone. And I remember there was a guy by the name of Pig Brown, great player here. I'm from Adel, Georgia. Shout out Pig Brown, Ashmabugu. That's my guy. Him and Jeremy, they love the video games. And the competitions you guys would have were amazing too, man. I don't think you caught the ball on Pig, but you probably beat him. I'm lying.
Relax.
But anyway.
I went the whole 2 years, didn't lose a one-on-one.
That's not true.
Was Pig
that
upright?
can't be true.
I got the tapes.
Was Pig upright? Because he was.
Yes, I got the tapes.
He broke up one. I know.
I got the
that was Amendola. He did a number on Texas Tech.
I got the tapes.
But
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Practice film.
Are you saying like you never?
Listen, in 2 years, I never lost a one-on-one rep.
What does it mean to lose? You have to catch it every time?
Every time.
You didn't do that.
Debunk that theory, Kevin.
I got the tapes.
I don't know if that's. It was never a bad ball.
I got the tapes.
He does have tapes.
Can we kick him off? He does. He
That
does.
man got like 6-year-old tapes.
Yeah, he does.
I'm like, man, who's filming back then? No, Mac, I would give you that. Dominant. I give you that.
All right.
But anyway, I go back to say this, right? Pig, we were getting ready to play Ole Miss. First year, they were coming in here. P. Willie came in here. He did his thing. But chasing the guys, sent them boys back down to the Grove, something serious.
Yeah.
Just like the Tigers would do to them this year if they played.
There we go.
Anyway, Pig was talking about Brent Schaefer. He had went to Tennessee, played quarterback for Tennessee, and was an exciting player in the SEC. You know, it was right after like Michael Vick was, you know, set the tone what he was doing up at VTech. Brent Schaefer rocking that 7 and for Tennessee was doing his thing. He went out to junior college, I think the same junior college that Andy Maples went to, maybe the College of Sequoias. And Pig went to Reedley, which is where Josh Allen went. Pig, I'm an almanac, sports almanac. It's
Yes,
cool.
he is.
If you want it, you got to pay for it. But Pig, he called him soft in the media, like we whooped him, you know, so we whooped him at Reedley. And he told me, he was like, man, Coach Pinkle lit into me. Like, we don't do that bulletin board stuff, right?
No, he didn't.
He's like, we don't do that here. You know, he let Pig know, like, you gonna be sitting down, you keep talking about the other team, because now we gotta really kick there. You know,
Yeah, that was
he
Pinkle.
didn't want that. He wanted to just come in there, do what we do, and win the game. So my senior year, I think Baylor might have beat us.
They did here.
It did, here.
It was rough.
And it was without RG3.
Yeah, RG3 was down.
Yeah, and they still beat us.
Baylor beat us. They had a safety that was smacking.
Yeah.
Jordan Lake.
I think so.
He was nice, 21 back there. But, bro, they beat us, and, you know, every Monday you come in, well, was it Sunday you do the media?
Sunday if you lose.
Anyway, they put that mic in my face. I started venting. I knew it was going to be one of them days when we came to walk through. Nobody's listening. Nobody's getting lined up. I'm a Debbie Downer, I'm throwing everybody under the bus. And I don't even realize I'm doing it. I'm just in college, you lose, it's over with. Now you lose 2 or 3, it's over with. Back then, Missouri lose one game, you feel like,
you're
man,
shot
you don't even want
at
to go outside no more. It's like playing for the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fans are rough up there.
Oh, okay, I see what you're okay.
Fans are rough up there.
That's true.
I'm taking a shot.
But like the pressure, the pressure of like competing and like putting your best foot forward, I felt that, right?
Yeah.
Coach Pinkle, he brought me in his office. He closed the door, and man, because I had mentioned like things about his family, you know, perseverance, things like that. Like he had shared with us.
He did. Yeah.
He like, that's in-house. He closed that door on me. He lit into me. His bulletin board material, you know what I'm saying, talking about how we, you know, kind of discombobulated as a unit, speaking about his family. Like he kind of wanted to, you know what I'm saying, size me up almost. I'm like, oh man. So I knew right then, like, you don't talk about it, you go out there and you do it. You trust the process, you put the work in, you go out there and you trust each other. And what's the law of a teammate? Remember that was that was one of his big things. And man, I'll never forget that. Like, I'll tell my son now, we ain't gonna talk about it. When we go, I'm like, what you gonna do today? And I don't care, you ain't gonna do that, no. You know, but when we get out there, that's when you get a chance to put it on display. So I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget Missouri pride. Because it gets you on your feet right away.
You get right back up. Any Pinkle-isms for you? You didn't play long enough here to probably have one.
Right.
In and out.
In and out for the best players. Any other questions?
Wow.
Any other questions? Yes.
If you could pick one of your former teammates that could have gone to the league and played with you everywhere you went, who would it have been?
One former
Oh, my goodness. One former teammate.
We would all like to be together.
I
you
know.
That would have been super cool. But you
If
got to
you-
pick one?
We had one. That's tough. One teammate. You start. It's hard. You go first.
I mean,
you can pick me.
Frank, there's one logical answer. I Atlanta, I kind of gave it to him.
Yeah. But Mac, we said Mac, I give you that. But
logical answer.
We did not lose those games. But no. Jeremy's always, he's definitely. If I think of if I'm being selfish though, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you want your team to win? Is that what you're asking? What? Are you to have like a winning team?
To
then
take somebody.
To be on the team with you everywhere you went. So
Well,
every team
Atlanta.
played for you, one person.
Atlanta has always kind of come into scrutiny about the pass rush.
Yeah,
And so I know that having this guy, and I played my most years in Atlanta, I know that we got him and John Abraham.
That's true.
I mean, John was dynamite.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
so if we got Alden on the other side, no disrespect to the other teammates I play with, but I just know that, what he did in his first 2 years, just alone, even on a pitch count as a rookie, he couldn't even make the Pro Bowl because he didn't have enough snaps. But he led the team in sacks.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So I got to go there. Mac, we always, the way I think you put up a career high every time you played Atlanta.
Yeah.
So that's, yes, we
Sorry to hear that.
one-hand touchdowns, screens to the crib, flea flickers.
Yeah.
All kind of,
Wow.
even getting some rushes here and there when you guys came down with Vic.
Yeah.
Man, like, I got to say, I'll pick both sides of the ball. So it'll be Mac and Denario.
Yeah.
And then my dog right here, the great Aldini. But Kevin, he can go to Jacksonville and Kansas City. I love him. I like Kevin in the nickel. He didn't get to do that much in the league, but he's a physical player, and people didn't really think he was going to be physical because coach. That's what I'm saying. Missouri kind of tried to play Kevin. They're like, you're not physical enough, Rutland.
Took a while.
But if you go watch the big hit tapes on YouTube, you're going to see us three. Remember the Iowa State game? We all put something on display that game.
Definitely.
Just crazy. Shout out Kat for filming those too.
Yeah.
She was
I would
promoting us.
I'd say Denario. And this is because purely off the field, anytime that I want to do something, he wants to do it too. So it's just, it would be like,
Peas in the pie.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go golf. Let's go whitewater rap. Whatever. I've never done that. I would. But
He
I
right
would
along
pick him
with
because
you.
he's going to
He
always
right
say,
along
yeah, let's
with
go.
you.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's go. So I would pick Denario. What about you, Alden? Or you didn't stay long enough to even get to make friends?
He's like, who are my teammates again?
Who are those teams? I think you were there, right? Yeah, I was there. You can pick me.
I was gonna say probably you and you. Like
There we go.
I know, man. I'm okay.
No, I would. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You threw spoon.
I'm gonna go with in Philly, right? I'm trying to think about my team, right? We were backer position we needed, so I'll probably say Spoon.
You had a lot of movement at back.
Yeah,
in Philly,
we
bro.
needed some stability at linebacker.
Y'all kept bringing them in.
and Spoon would have gave us that stability. So I'm gonna say Spoon.
Hold on. Whoa. We talking about like on our real team?
So I'm gonna show right now. These two are very competitive. We answered like friendship. These two are like, well, my team would be better if I had you.
I'm trying to win.
I didn't know we was doing a draft.
Come on, we drafted
I'm
players.
trying to win.
Golly.
Hey, listen.
I don't know.
And then selfishly,
Yeah,
I
just-
almost said Chase because
Come on now.
Wow,
like-
this is that's.
This is getting crazy.
We're gonna enhance our teams.
oh yeah, I'm making my team better.
I'm looking for a friend.
Give me
That's what I was saying. Like that's what we needed.
Man. Yeah, so you
That's
guys
what
chose.
we needed, cuz. We needed.
You guys chose
cuz.
talent.
I told Thomas
Rex?
Dimitrov.
Yeah, you said Rex. So so hold on. Since you chose talent, should I be offended? I wasn't your choice. How do you?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Whoa.
Nah, I'm messing. Oh, please.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Are we coming the year we came out?
Yeah. He gonna go back to the year.
Just period.
Yeah. Man.
Like if you were to pick your team, you get drafted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I would have liked to go to Green Bay, only because I've talked to. It's very cold, but I've talked to other players who played there, and I've heard you like treated like a king the whole time. It's like a small town, you know what I mean? So I think going to Green Bay, and then I think if I'd have like ended my career with Green Bay, I would have left the league saying, that's my team. I left now. I don't really root for any team. But I think if I would have played for Green Bay, I imagine like building relationships there and thinking, yeah, I'm a cheesehead for life. So I would have chosen Green Bay. Who would you? Philly still?
Man.
Hey, did you even talk to Philly during the process? Remember
So I
that?
didn't talk to Philly during the process. Right?
But they
just drafted me.
They was watching
right?
you.
Golly.
It's Philly.
Oh, no, I had always dreamed, because I grew up Greater Show on Turf, right? So that's Marshall, that's Torrey, that's Isaac, Bruce. Like, so for me, like, St. Louis, if I could foresee they was going to stay in St. Louis, right? So
Yeah.
I said for me, it'd probably be the Rams.
All right.
Yeah.
The Niners.
Oh, you'd have chosen the Niners.
Yeah, like
It's not,
that's
you
like,
don't get to choose the team.
I'm just saying, like,
Niner gang.
Is it because of how it turned out or just you like San Fran?
the whole
okay.
thing, both.
Okay. I
Yeah,
got you.
like
I
it's a
got you.
beautiful place to be.
It is. It is.
I mean,
You know, I grew up, my parents are Cowboys fans, but Matt Eberflus was coaching the Cowboys, and I said no to my
Oh, he
favorite team.
was,
So
yeah.
I would not have liked to get drafted there, but I mean, great times, great parties in the 90s.
Yeah.
But when I was coming out at the Combine, I had a lot of meetings with teams, and one of the guys who I didn't have on my sheet was Bill Belichick. I'm literally walking through, by the train carts. We all went to the Combine.
Yeah.
Walking by the train carts, and somebody said, go in that room right there. So I go in there, all I see is somebody in the back washing their hands with the sweatshirt on. Shh. Don't even shake my hand, though.
Yeah.
Just come out and start talking about my Twitter, I'm like, oh, I know one thing. I don't want to go here.
Oh.
So my next meeting was with the Falcons. And Arthur Blank was in the meeting. And I was very vocal about it. I wanted to get drafted here. It's a great city. I love the color scheme of the Falcons. I always did. Michael Vick was obviously just a hero for a lot of young athletes, growing up in the States around that time. And so the Falcons was a team that I kind of was lobbying for, and they actually called me. So when they called me, they were like, if we don't do anything different with this pick, we're going to pick you. We're going to call you back. I was like, no, you won't. I'll be right here on this phone.
The whole
so I
time.
stayed, and they start passing the phone around. So it's kind of like I dang near drafted myself,
did,
almost,
yeah.
you know. And that was a cool thing for me. So it's Atlanta all day. I still live there. There's still a lot of love there. We're probably better than all y'all teams right now.
Oh, wow.
And, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
We're 4-2.
Any other questions? One more question, yeah.
So in the world of the transfer portal and NIL and everything that's changed now,
Man.
what advice would you give current players as they get ready to go into the league, as they get ready to leave and go to the league?
Wow. So, man, giving advice, they are in a world now as collegiate players that we didn't get to experience until we were professional athletes. So I would say that it's less structure when you're in the NFL. Not as many people who are around saying, hey, be here at this time, be here at that time. With the off-the-field things, they're making money in different ways. So you've got to find a way to recreate that structure and that schedule and bring that to the NFL, because nobody's holding your hand. If you miss practice, you get fined. There are consequences now. So I would say the money's going to be great in the NFL, but implement some type of system for yourself that, hey, it's business now, and I don't have as many people holding my hand telling me where to be, when to be, and how to get there.
I would say they pay you to play. So the NIL is cool, but don't forget about the main thing. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be available. You need to be your best at all times, because it's just such a competitive industry.
It is.
Industry is just so competitive. So I would say they pay to play, and it starts today, like learning the business side of things.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get in that building, find you a pro that you look up to. And I'm pretty sure you'll pick up some things from them, and then you'll be able to do the same thing down the road.
I'm gonna piggyback off that and just say, take care of your business first. A lot gets thrown at you when you are drafted, or when you jump on a team or get picked on a team, and you got financial advisors who you got all these different people and things that are probably good ideas and options, but as far as it being your main focus and you trying to start investing, there's a lot of things that a lot of excitement around it, and don't let that excitement,
The sauce.
be the thing don't put too much into that. Make sure you get your foundation set up. Otherwise,
I like that.
My big thing is don't be afraid to do your own research, right? And understand who you got around you or who's trying to get in contact with you. So don't be afraid to do your own research. And then on the flip side of that, don't be afraid to ask questions about things you're not sure about.
There's no dumb question.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So everybody said good thing. Find you good people, find you people you can trust. Man, keep your circle as small and as tight as possible.
Yeah, if you can.
And just understand, like Spoon said, like, man, it's a job.
Yeah, you're here to play.
You are here to play. And if you forget how to work out, how to take care of your body, how to train properly, how to eat properly, you're gonna be looking for jobs,
Yeah,
right?
you will.
So understand, right, who's around you, right? Do your own research, right, and keep the main thing the main thing.
And let me add this too. Just don't stop growing. Don't stop that progression, because when you're in college, you're going to class, you're educating yourself. So don't stop feeding your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like keep feeding keep giving it nutrition.
The strongest muscle.
Keep giving that way. You good.
So before we go, I want to highlight something, short story. Alden is a creator, from music down to clothing, and the shirt he's wearing now actually has Missouri inside of it. I want to hear a little bit about that, but I want to first say
Missouri.
that I was supposed to have a shirt today.
Yeah.
I didn't get offered a shirt.
Someone assumed Spoon's wearing a shirt. Someone assumed that I was
Kevin's.
someone thought that I was a double X size. I don't know if we're friends or not, or if you just haven't seen me, but I haven't worn anything bigger than medium in a very long time. So the next time you do bring any shirts, medium is the size.
Thank you, Kevin.
Large for me, please,
I got
sir.
you.
Thank
I
you.
got you.
Tell me
Yeah,
about some of the things you have been creating.
I did bring your size.
You
Let me
brought a
just say
size
that.
you thought I would fit.
I thought you were bigger.
It was a nightgown.
I was trying to be optimistic. I wasn't about to get you a small.
No offense taken.
I
Just
got you.
get small. It's fine.
But
get it small.
No, I just wanted to show some of the creative things I enjoy doing, and I along with the speaking and going out and talking to people, I started to do some clothing things and do art. I really got into art over the last maybe 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And all different types. You said music. I enjoy producing music. I enjoy drawing, painting, and I started doing graphic design and working with some of the AI features that you have that you can mess around with, and I've been able to put some things together that I enjoy looking at, and I want to be able to let people experience it, because all of it has meaning. These are some of the homecoming things. I didn't do the spell check. I didn't even see the extra S.
It's fine.
Yeah, but
I would still wear it if I had a size.
it's all,
It's fine.
but it's how does it feel? Does it feel good?
Well, I'm big on material, and a lot of times, I don't know if it's because we're in Missouri and it's cold, but a lot of times when I'm in this type of setting, I might seem like I'm just in my element.
Yeah.
But my armpits might be doing something different, So I will say, I'm doing pretty good. This is good. It's good for Missouri. Got long sleeves, and it feels good. I might wear this under my shoulder pads at a Mizzou practice. It's like that.
Yeah.
Remember the turtlenecks we had?
We did.
It kind of felt like that.
I'll say, but he better not wear that.
Under shoulder pads.
But I really am excited to be able to show this side, because that's along with what I'm talking about, things that we might enjoy doing that we might not think we're good enough at, or we gotta don't be afraid to try that, and so
I wish my kids was right here. I tell them that all the time.
I just want to be able to, hey, I'm doing it, and check it out.
Check it out.
Now, where can we find your brand? What's the name?
I am Zodiac. There's a lot of different themes. These are just the Mizzou Homecoming Edition. But right now I'm doing the Zodiac, where I'm doing the Zodiac signs and combining the traits, characteristics, whatever goes along with your sign. It's on a shirt, and you're able to purchase it at I.M.Zodiac.com. Check it out, man. And the Instagram is I.M. Zodiac Shop.
Nice.
IM stands for Intelligent Movement. Intelligent Movement is the name of my company. Yeah, man.
Well, we appreciate you. First off, I want to thank you for coming out on the show, coming in from Texas. Once again, it means the world to us as former players that you would even come back and sit down with this man, and just glad to have you out. Any closing remarks before we go?
Man, when you go pick a place, man, right? And I'm talking to some of the young guys, man, right? Understand that people make the place, right? The place can look glamorous, right? But you don't get to meet these type of people everywhere you go. So make sure that you fall in love with the people, right, as well as the place.
I think we definitely all can relate to that. Fall in love with the people here. Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm thinking
Anything
about
spoon before you go?
my last thoughts.
Sound like
I'm just happy.
my daughter.
I'm happy to see my guys to come out to St. Louis, come down to Columbia, be with, great people, have a good time, just shooting, talking, giving it back. And I want to say this, I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. I'm campaigning now. I know you didn't play a lot of games here, but it's a few guys, man, like that really just exceptional, just with the career and what you're able to do, what you did. And I just want to say, man, Missouri, we gotta get this guy, man, with some of the other guys in that hall. Like I'm campaigning, man, because I think there's a stigmatism out there, man. And you haven't been back here since 13. I want to tackle you for that. And you should have hopped in one of my suitcases and came out here.
Yeah.
And anytime I'm coming out here, I'm gonna contact you, let you know when I'm coming, because we need to see us around here, man. And we gotta cut. Jeremy's here. Mac be out here, man. He got all the gear. He got all the hats.
He might be the mayor. Yeah.
He parks in the wrong parking lot because we're supposed to be at J over there between the Hearns. We're supposed to come through 2E over there on the east side. But, we can't do the back because the house that Mac built along with us.
The house that Mac built. Wow.
And, man, we glad to, thank y'all. Thank y'all for getting this together.
Sure.
Same. All right, everyone. Mizzou, let's beat Auburn tomorrow, homecoming. If you're in Columbia, come out to the game. It's going to be a great time, man.
Down the field throws, baby. Let's go.
Down the field throws. Let's
Tackles, like good ones.
Yeah, keep them low scores, man. Once again, True Sons featuring the Alden Smith.